Hey, this is MJ, and in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you joining techniques for joining a new ball of yarn on to your project. So if you're working partway through a project and you don't want to have a knot in your work, and you can use this method even if you come to a knot in a yarn ball, you can always cut the knot out and do this method instead. Because really some projects you don't want a knot popping through. So you're going to do this just like you're changing color. So we're going to go through the stitch, pull up a loop, and on the last yarn over of the stitch, you change to, if you're changing color, you would change your color, or in this case, we're just going to join on. Make sure you leave a tail for weaving. And then you're just going to continue across the row with the new ball. This way we have no knots, we'll just have tails that we need to weave. So what I suggest when you're weaving those tails, just make sure that you're not weaving them in the same spots because the extra tails can add some thickness to your work. So just make sure you go maybe one way with one tail and even down another row another way with the other tail. And that's a nice and easy way you can change color in the middle of a project. Now, if at all possible to do that on the end of your work or the edge of your work, I suggest doing that. So depending on the project, if you know you're going to run out part way, just change over to the new ball on your edge. You can do the same method of going through and then yarning over with the new ball on the last yarn over. So now another method is the thumb join. I'm going to cut this just so we can assume that we're coming to the end of this ball. I'm going to take the new yarn. So this would be for a project that a knot is okay and you're sure that the knot is going to be nice and secure in the type of yarn that you're using. If you're using a really silky type yarn, you wouldn't want to do this type of joining method. So for the thumb join, I take my ending tail between my thumb and index finger, then I take my new ball and I'm just going to place it right beside. Okay, so I have two tails side by side. I'm pinching it with my thumb and my index. I'm then going to take the new ball of yarn. I'm going to wrap it around my thumb and the tails. So there's one. And I'm going to come back around and I'm going to go between. So the first time we're going over the tails. The next time we're going to go between my thumb and the tails. We're then just going to take the tails, we're going to tuck them. I like to just give them a pinch and then you can pull that nice and tight. You can always trim any excess. Okay. I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to show you again and we'll use a different color. Okay, so the new ball is going to be purple. Okay, so I'm taking the yarn between my thumb and index finger. I'm going to pull in the new. I'm going to go around. Okay, so I'm going to the outside of the tails, coming back around, this time to my thumb and the inside of the tails. We're then just taking those little tail ends. We need to tuck them under, and I like to pinch, and then I'm just pulling. Okay, this takes a little bit of practice, and it is tricky. If you can't get this knotting method, there are other ways to do it, okay? I'm gonna cut these again. So now let's do the magic knot. So let's put our strands side by side each other. We're going to take the purple And we're just going to tie a knot around our pink. Okay, then I'm going to take my pink and I'm going to tie a knot around the purple yarn. Now we're just going to pull these together. Okay, nice and tight. And then we can just trim these tails. Now you would probably have the same color that you're joining, and that's fine. You would just join the same color and then you would just continue across your row crocheting. And like I say, not every project you want a knot, so this is only for a project that you feel a knot can be well hidden and that is going to be nice and secure for your work. Okay, so another method is the Russian join. So what you're going to do is just make a little loop on this side, and then we're going to loop this yarn on this side. Okay, so we're joining them like this. You're going to want a needle that's small enough that it's going to get through the yarn. So depending on your yarn weight, and some yarns this is going to work better for than others. What we're going to do is just start pushing your needle through the strands of this yarn. It's a little fiddly. You want to go a fair ways. This is going to be a little bit smoother transition. You won't have a knot, but the yarn will be a little thicker through the section that we do this to. So your stitches could end up being a little bulkier in that spot. Okay, so we're now pulling the yarn through, okay, like this. So you can see it's thicker. And then you're doing the same thing on this side. So depending on the project, this may or may not work, depending on the yarn as well. These are just some of the options that you can try out. And like that is a little loose there. That should be a little bit tighter, but just for demonstration purposes, we're gonna keep going. And we just want to do the same thing. You want to get this needle going through. And like I say, it can be fiddly. So depending on your patience, your tolerance, you may just want to change the yarn color and weave the tails, like the first method I showed you, which is much quicker. This takes a little bit more patience, and it works better with some yarns over others. I'm just going to do that little bit just to kind of finish the demo. Pull that. Okay, so that now these are joined, and then you would just trim the excess tails. You get the idea. And then you would just continue crocheting with this piece.